Hello, Shivani ji. How are you?
I'm good. Same problem with me also. All power cut. It was too much thunder and what you call too fun. So
I hope you get some
thunder.
respite from the heat.
Yeah. Weather is very cool now. I'm loving the
Nice.
weather now. But too
Very
much
good.
dust and leaves and everything was running all around just 2 hours back. Too
Oh,
much
that's great.
wind.
Shivani ji, I
So.
don't understand what your business is. What do you do actually?
What do you do? I coach people on various things and I run
Okay.
this skilling on Saturdays where I invite one industry expert every Saturday. I'm running this since past 2 years plus time.
Okay. So
And
what are the
I,
what are the areas where you specialize in coaching?
yeah, so I help people in writing their books and publishing. I
Oh,
help
nice. Okay.
people transform their mindset. And
Okay.
I help them think, create, and come out of any negative beliefs and the transformations. I use gratitude for
Mhm.
transformations. So all these
Mhm.
things, I'm running various courses on productivity, creativity, whatever I know, whatever are my skills. I'm just
Mhm.
transferring it to, and
Yes,
as well
yes,
as
yes.
digital skills. I do possess digital skills, so so I am also running like branding and social media services, YouTube management services, so all these things.
So do you do more individuals or corporate trainings?
Right now, individual, and
Okay.
whenever I get an opportunity to be a speaker, I take that opportunity. I'm even looking forward to expand my speaking horizons. So
I think you should also
recently,
focus on corporate trainings. A lot of large
yeah,
organizations.
I know, but due to certain of my own things, I'm currently working from home. So whenever I get an opportunity, I do take, but not
Yeah,
expanding
the HR
to.
departments, of a lot of
Yeah,
large organizations have training budgets
yes,
which are going unused every year because the HR people don't have time to, actually look for a training, arrange for a training. It's too much work for them, right?
yeah,
Because to find the people in the organization, create a meeting room, this, that, lots of stuff
right,
they have to
right.
do.
So whenever you
So
get any opportunity in NCR, you can connect to me.
I have almost like zero network now there, very
Okay,
little.
okay, no
Because
problem,
I didn't
no
live there for
problem.
25 years now, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
but this is my feeling. I see everywhere like the training will be is required too much, and there is a budget also. Just because the HR
right.
people are like, I think a lot of people don't even approach HR people properly. HR people, there is a particular
Hmm,
mindset. You have to discover what is their mindset. Once you discover
hmm.
their mindset, you can sell them left and right. They will buy you. Their
Yeah,
mindset is very much like government organization employees, old
right,
government.
right.
So
So
once you
actually,
are
I
able,
reached out to one or two previously, but then they wanted experienced person who has already doing like corporate trainings, and so they
yeah, just make
don't
it up.
entertain the new ones.
No,
So
no,
that
just
was
make
the
it up. Just
reason.
make it
Then
up.
I referred them to some other already experienced ones. So I just
So
referred
you,
them.
you can you can I think Shivani ji, your existing experience is already good enough. You just have to reinterpret it to make it look like
Right,
you have done
right,
corporate trainings, right?
right, right. So I'll
कितना खूब.
look
Okay,
into it in future.
great,
Yes.
great, great. So let's
Hmm.
have some quick feedbacks.
Yeah.
So the discussion that Kapil and Shivani had between each other.
Hmm.
Let's have some feedback on that. बाकी
From
दोनों से
us,
बात
from
कर रहा हूँ.
others.
From others.
Okay.
What message did you get? That what Shivani does. What message did you get? Because Kapil opened the discussion asking, I really do not know what to do.
Right.
So though you are present everywhere,
Hmm.
he doesn't know what to do.
Hmm.
And then you started explaining what to do. And then Kapil had more questions.
Right.
Whatever you do, Couple should not be asking those questions. Whatever you do, it should be addressed in a way such that he doesn't have those questions. All his questions should be automatically answered, even before he asks those questions.
Even Shivani ji offered a discounted package. I really looked at it, but I couldn't figure out what it is and how it's going to
Yeah,
help me.
absolutely. Focus.
Hmm.
See, life purpose. What is your life purpose statement, Shivani?
My life
Don't say a story.
purpose,
Yeah, what
yeah.
is your life purpose?
My life purpose is to serve this world with all my talents and create a great position for myself as well.
Good. Now, if somebody tells you this is what that person does, what will you expect from that person? Whatever you said, if somebody tells that this is what I do, say if I tell you that this is what I do, what do you expect from me? Work on your life purpose. Come up with statements. See, you have paid for this workshop. You are putting your time for this workshop. You know, the amount of time that you're putting in this workshop, you could have used that time to make money.
Right.
Yeah. So this is not a child's play workshop. It looks like a child's play because I do put a lot of humor into this entire program. But if somebody sitting in Canada asks you, I really do not know what you do, you have to be very careful about that. Because that is the message you are putting out in the quantum field around you. Okay, nothing wrong with that, or nothing to feel guilty about it. The point is, this is it.
Pinaki sir,
Right.
I have to also say that, some of it is could be my fault also because I didn't
It
I
is
didn't
there with
understand.
me also. I'm not saying that I'm 100% okay. I took such a long time to come up with a life purpose right now, and I still don't know whether it can be even further improvised or not. Like I say, I empower and inspire people to live better lives in every possible way, no matter whatever it takes. So I am very clear. I inspire and empower people to live better quality of life in every possible way, no matter whatever it takes. Now, I would strongly request each one of you to revisit that life purpose video. And the last two questions are extremely important, extremely important, extremely important, extremely important. What you can offer, and when somebody takes your service, what they are going to get out of it. Otherwise, you're just beating around the bush. I thought about taking a different session altogether. It was all about fears. So, but I discovered that there is some fundamental disconnect between you and your dreams. There is a strong fundamental disconnect. Now, if you do not know that how you are disconnected, if you are not, if you don't have that clarity that you are actually disconnected, how can you expect somebody to connect with you? Many times when someone asks me what do I do, I just ask the question, are you on LinkedIn? If the person says I'm on LinkedIn, I just share my LinkedIn link. I just say that just send me a connection request. And before that person sends me a connection request, since he's already using that link to connect to LinkedIn, he can see my profile over there. And before he could ask me any question, it's his subconscious mind is already picking up information from there. Make people get their answers by taking actions, and then ask them to ask you to elaborate on things. How do you do that? What do you exactly do? And then I teach people how to play with words. How you can use your words to stay fit and happy all the time. Isn't it amazing? I ask this way, isn't it amazing? Directly using hypnotic language patterns to connect to his subconscious, not allowing him or her to even think about what I'm saying. So they ask me how to do that. Or sometimes they say, what did you say? I say, you can use your words to program your mind to listen to whatever you want to listen and to say whatever you want to say with full conscious awareness. Isn't it amazing? So now I said something else, which is a little more elaboration of what I do. And then I say, this is exactly what I help people to achieve in their life. Are you getting a sense of it? Now, how about living a life like that? Maybe at least for a day, maybe at least for next 2 hours. All this is possible when you are actually living your life from whatever you are doing. So you have so much of clarity in it. If you don't have clarity, you cannot put it in a clear way to somebody else. Like if I had been a book coach, and if somebody would have asked me that, okay, what do you do? The first question I would have asked him that, have you ever thought about writing a book, authoring a book yourself, putting all your experiences in the form of a book? Have you ever thought about it? Reply with a question. So you're already immediately connecting the person with you. That person is now thinking that why this person is asking me this question, why Shivani is asking me this question. Probably she does something with books. आपने उसी वक्त at that very moment you transform the context from wherever he was to where you want him to be or want her to be, meeting the person where they are and then take them where you want them to. So you met them because that person asked you what to do, and you're asking a counter question. Have you ever thought of Writing a book. Have you ever thought of putting all your stories, all your ideas in the form of a book? Have you ever thought of that? That person may say, no, I never thought of that. Well, if you ever think about this, I can help you in getting one. I can help you getting a book published. Exactly the way you want to write it, exactly the way you want to bring it to the world. It's just like conceiving a baby and putting it out, delivering it. You conceive the baby. Together we can conceive the baby in your mind. And we'll put a date to it and it will be delivered. And I will help in every step of that. That's what I do. Sounds interesting? Amazing, isn't it?
Yes.
तो सीखो ना NLP in एक्शन में बैठियो इसको अपनाओ क्या कर रही हो कहां कहां भटक रही हो $1 million ideas are coming to you for peanut price.
Thank you.
How many people actually see it that okay, this is how you can connect to a person, you can build rapport, and eventually you are also sharing that what you do. Even somebody doesn't ask you what you do, you can still tell that person. Just asking, have you ever thought of? You are marketing immediately at any given point of time. If this guy thinks about writing a book, or if he comes across somebody who is thinking of writing a book, or he comes in a conversation where a discussion or writing a book is happening, that person will immediately connect with you. May not be for himself or maybe for somebody else. Because now you are opening up a door to exchange your card or exchange your numbers. That person will himself take interest. Wow, this is amazing. Can I have your number? But before that, he could do anything. Probably you have already introduced him to your LinkedIn profile. Got a connection request, this connection set. After 48 hours, you connect to that person, send him a message. Pleasure meeting you on that day. It's not about numbers in quantity. It's all about numbers in quality. So we'll do this fear activity on. चलो आज भी कर सकते हैं. It's already just 9:24. I think you are all with me, right? Whatever I shared. If you have any question, you can ask me right away. See, if you don't have a sentence or two to even tell you what to do, you can't tell anybody what to do. Then you look for the right words to put it in the right context. You may be doing so many things, but people don't know. Amul, the taste of India. Hello. Good. Whatever you are here, just stay in this vibration. You don't need to ask any question. This is something that we'll be covering in more depth in one or two sessions in the coming days. But yes, strongly I would request you every week, at least every Sunday, rewrite your life purpose. Listen to that video again, go through the questions that I shared with you, write it down, Do not get back to whatever you wrote last week. Don't need to read that. Write it afresh. Otherwise, you will be influenced by whatever you wrote earlier. You don't influence with your own influence, with your past influence. Many a times we do that. That's what distraction is all about. That's what distortion in communication is all about. In fact, sometimes it is also the generalization. मैं तो ऐसा ही हूं. I'm like that only. I'm always like that. I'm really like that. In fact, so many generalizations that you are I am doing. मैं तो करते हूँ. I don't know about you. मतलब इतना जनरलाइजेशन मैं खुद करता हूँ अपने ऊपर, generalization and distortion. But sometimes I wonder that am I fit for becoming a trainer on these two concepts? And that is also a generalization. A little bit of distortion as well. All right, so let's come back. I believe you have all done a little bit of homework on these fears. If you have done it, you are going to get something amazing. In fact, what I was doing was I was reviewing my last session with Padma on this, and I was actually observing that how I conducted that session with her and how we dismantled those fears. I believe those fears are not there with Padma anymore. It's only Padma can say if she still has those fears, or if she cannot remember nothing
Of
like
course
that.
not. I do not have the fears, Pinaki. And not only that, I'm driving and I don't want to miss the class. I'm driving and I'm talking to you.
Brilliant,
So I can ascertain here that I do not have fear.
brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. In fact, I will strongly recommend you to watch that session. I shared the link of that session also because, in fact, I was also learning a lot in that my own session.
Wait, which link have you shared?
This was about the fear that you had with your mother.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yes.
She was suffering, and then we
Yes,
talked about.
yes, Pinaki. I remember. Yes. A very powerful when, like watching the entire scenario in a screen and
Yes, yes, yes. Now you really
yes.
need to struggle to remember it also, which is very good.
I'm not struggling. I was just minding the road. So
Good. So anybody, if the list of fears that we have worked on, that we have prepared, I don't know if you have prepared that or not. Again, there's a pocket. So if you have prepared that, fair enough. If you haven't prepared that, then uh, there's no point working on it tonight.
I have claustrophobia, Pinaki.
In fact, you added that to the list, I remember last time.
Yeah. That is why you added to the combined list of compiled phobias.
Yeah. So that's why it is on the last, at the end, I just put it there. And
Yes,
I
at the
always
end you
remember it.
added that claustrophobia. Yeah.
I always remember it that this was contributed by Bharat. I have the list on my mind. Should I write it? Yes, Kapil. Keeping it in mind won't work. I told you in the previous session also. In the last two sessions, I was only talking about it. You see, this week we have completely devoted ourselves for unlearning, identifying the things that really don't matter, and putting them aside. So unless you write it down, there's no point keeping it in mind. You do not know which are they. Some of them will come, some of them won't come. So writing down is a major activity. If you really want to get rid of them, that is the only way to do it. There is no other way. There's no other way. Yeah, we can do it on Sunday. I would strongly recommend you that let's do it with full preparation. If you are not prepared, then there is no point. But this is something where you will learn a technique to get rid of all your fears Even if you're afraid of cockroach and lizards, you can handle the same situation with this same technique. Spiders, it works. The process is same because at some point you got that fear. Before that, it was not there in your life. Something happened sometime in your childhood or maybe anytime. It may not be in your childhood also. It may be when you were a teenager. So what happens? You get connected to that what is the source, where it all created. And from there, you remove it. You remove it from the source. Okay. In fact, what you can also do, I would strongly recommend in that case, just watch this video of 11th January. I will share the video. So that will also help you to connect with your fears and get some idea about how we can work on it. However, preparing the list is most important. If you do not prepare the list, it's not going to go. Okay, Kapil, let's see if it works, if we can work. Otherwise, we'll repeat it again on Sunday. Okay, because we have enough time. It's already 9:32. So, what is the most prominent one, Kapil, for you?
I think the number one fear I put is the fear of money and success.
Now, what does that? What do you mean by that?
You know, sometimes I feel that in my life, all the struggles that I've gone through, they have made me a better person, you know. Like
Okay, replace the word struggle,
everything,
then continue.
okay. Like the things, like going through money problems, financial problems,
Replace the word
going through,
problem.
okay, going through money, going through lower income, living a life with a lower income,
Okay, remove the
and
word lower.
okay,
Oh my
um,
God.
no, that's good. Thank you, Binaki. Living with a limited income,
Okay,
living with
not
a very
enough.
limited,
Not enough.
not enough, yes. Living with not enough income, living with not enough success in my work area, you know. I think these challenges have made me stronger, and I have learned a lot about my deficiencies. I have transformed myself, in
Hmm.
that process. So
Hmm.
sometimes I feel like I do have a fear that if I get uh, a bigger success, a bigger income, maybe, I will stop learning. Maybe I will stop growing as a person.
But you cannot make a bigger income unless you learn, right?
So I didn't catch you, Pinaki.
You cannot make a bigger income unless you learn.
That's true also.
At
Very
least
true.
continue learning till you make it a bigger income.
Yes, I'm continuously learning. That's for sure. I'm
Yeah, so
continuously trying
make
to
sure that
transform.
so you can tell yourself, okay, this I consider as my bigger income. So let me reach there, then I will think about whether I'll learn further or I'll just stay here.
At this time, my goal is very clear, Pinaki. I have continuously observed myself in the last 4, 5, 6 days, and I have clearly told myself that I need a more sustainable income. So
Hmm.
I don't have to put my mind into calculating things every day, which I have to do now,
Good.
and
Now, what is
I
that
can,
amount of sustainable income? Are you clear about it?
yes, I'm very clear about it.
But
I
then
know the
don't use
number
the word
exactly.
sustainable income. Since you already have a number in front of you, you focus on that number. That my whole sole objective is to get to this number.
Okay,
This number is important for me.
sure.
After that, I will decide whether I will continue my fear or not.
Okay, sure.
Okay, like that.
Like that. I really like that. Okay.
Okay. So now, see, Zig Ziglar, he said fear. He had two definitions of fear, which are most famous. One is he said, if EAR means if starts with uh, it was about what he said. Face
Okay.
everything and rise is the second one. And the first one was, what was the first one?
Face everything.
Face everything and rise. And the other one is, last word is and run. What was that?
It's face everything and rise, you say. What is the other one?
What is the other one? The last two words are and run.
Face everything and rise.
Forget everything and run.
Forget everything and run. Yes. So forget everything and run is the first word. The second one is face everything and rise. These are two which are coined by Zig Ziglar. Okay. So you must read his books. These are very thin books and very powerful books. And the new definition of fear is, which actually made everything different in life, is all about false evidences appearing real. So, okay. So though I have a different definition of fear that I will share sometime later. So let us focus on this last one. One is that forget everything and run. That's
Yes.
not going to give you anything. Okay, unless you really need to do that. Second one is face everything and rise. Okay, and these two are very powerful way of handling situations. So when you're saying these two, when you're looking at fear from these two perspectives, what you're actually telling yourself is there is nothing to being scared of. So you're not connecting fear with anything to be scared of. We're looking at it from a perspective to take a decision. What decision should I take? Forget everything and run. See, if you face a lion, you cannot say that this theory doesn't work. Then you really need to forget everything and run for your life. Okay. Forget everything and run is absolutely okay, context sensitive. The second one is face everything and rise, which is even more powerful. That when you are afraid of certain things which you see as your hurdle, face them and then rise. But third one is the most important one, which impacts most of the fears that we have in our life.
False evidence appearing real.
False evidence appearing real. So the one that you said right now is a classic example of that. You know? So the confusion was that I'm afraid of money. That was a confusing statement. That changed to I'm afraid of a lot of money. Then I'm afraid of what I don't know. So there we were afraid of certain things. So I really don't know what you were afraid of. But I could see there's a confusion.
There is a confusion, Pinaki.
Okay.
I see that because sometimes when I
Yeah.
feel that, I see that in my imagination that I'm becoming rich, I can feel that there is a little fear automatically.
So what we did eventually, we replaced some of those words, which you were connecting the dots to ensure that the fear is visible. Like struggle, and what other words? There were some other words.
Yeah, difficult.
Difficult, struggle. Yeah, there were some other words. So I said, don't
Limited.
use this.
Limited.
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 Yes.
Yes,
Limited.
limited.
Yes, limited. Yeah.
Problem.
So problem is problem. So what essentially I did, it just says the same thing without using these. So now what happened? The dots that you are using to connect the fear, now since those dots are missing, now you're wondering what to do. So you got into a state of neutral feeling. You're neither feeling afraid of, neither you're feeling excited also. Now you're actually your subconscious is asking that what do I do now? I'm not feeling afraid, neither feeling excited about it, but this is important for me, and I'm wondering what to do now. And there I came to those numbers. Number that how much that amount you think to keep you sustainable, to keep yourself sustainable. Because even that is also a state of confusion. How much do I need to make my life sustainable?
No, I think that's very clear, Pinaki, because if you look at, like, I have a budget, I clearly know
It's
what
okay.
I
So
need.
now eventually you said that I
Budget
have
and
that figure.
sustainable is very connected, right?
Yeah. So when you said that I have that figure, then what I said, okay,
Just
just
focus
achieve
on
it.
that. Yeah,
Just
just
achieve
focus
it.
on that.
Then I will think about whether I should get again afraid of it or not. But I didn't use any of this afraid wala word. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now what
Your
happened?
idea
Now
is
you
simple.
started seeing,
Just
okay,
focus
let me
there.
reach it, then I will think about it. And then I also asked you, what will happen? You said, I will stop learning. And I'm afraid of that. That's what he said. I'll stop learning, I'll stop growing once I reach there. So I
I
said,
think,
fine.
Pinaki, if
Then
I
I
become
said,
too comfortable,
yeah, then
that's my
I
fear.
said that you still need to learn something to reach there, right? You said yes. That's okay.
Yes.
Continue that learning process till you reach there. And then you can
At
decide
least.
whether you want to continue learning or not, or continue growing or not. And then I also asked you, can you do that? And then, sorry, yes, tab tak I can continue learning. So let me continue my learning process up to there instead of thinking about once I reach there, I'll stop learning, I'll stop growing. Oh my God, I don't want that. And as a result, I'm not even learning now. So this is a zone of clarity. And now as you reach there, this will not bother you because now you already have a figure in front of you that this is the figure I want to maintain to sustain myself. And to reach there, I need to continuously learn myself. I need to continuously grow. In fact, what will happen by the time you reach there, you will create a new normal for you. But now I have a new goal. It's
Once
not
once I can break the first wall, it's very easy. I know the process.
absolutely, you don't even need to break the wall. Even if you can climb the wall, your job is done because now you can see what is there on the other side of the wall.
Yes.
You can choose whether you want to cross the wall or not.
Yes.
But if you don't learn the art of climbing the wall, तो वहीं पे रह जाओगे ना. वो wall कितना भी ऊंचा हो, 8 फुट हो, 12 फुट हो.
वहीं पे तो लटका हुआ हूँ सर अभी.
Yeah, so that is the condition of all prisoners. They know how tall is the wall. All the calculations goes accordingly. So they want freedom from the prison. So we are also caged inside those thoughts. वो हम ही ने बना के रखे, and then we can also see that wall, and now we are wondering what to do. That is the fear. Can I climb the wall? Oh, if I climb the wall, then what? All the sentries will be बाहर. वो पकड़ लेंगे. चढ़ो तो भाई. चढ़ तो जाओ. So see, this is what I'm talking about. Though we didn't do that fear activity, those fears are for those fears which you really want to get rid of. These are very small fears.
This
In
is the
fact,
major one for me.
the kind of grinding that you have gone through over last couple of weeks,
6 months.
many of those fears have already vanished.
5 months. Already most of them have gone. This is the major one that's stopping me. I feel it now.
Yes. Yeah. So this is not a fear, it is just a situation. You just need to handle that situation.
Okay.
In fact, most fears are just situations. If you keep on asking your question, you'll find out that at some point of time you are reaching a point where you can actually looking at it. You can see this is just a situation, and now you'll be laughing at yourself.
There's just cloud, just disappeared.
Absolutely. Good.
No, I think my goal is very clear, Pinaki. I'm not gonna look at a lot of things. I'm just gonna figure or put a figure and just focus on there for now. My goal is
Absolutely.
simple to
That
go through
one
this.
figure and stay focused there. Absolutely.
Yes.
That
Yes.
one number and stay focused there. You can have two numbers. One is this number, one is by when you want to achieve it.
Okay. Put 2 dates, a date and a number.
Date and number.
I've already put in it. It's already in my wallet also right now.
Absolutely. So what and by when?
Yes. पिनाकी वो
What
आपने
and by
चेक
when?
लिखवाया था ना, वो आपने चेक लिखवाया था, वो उसमें वो दोनों चीजें हैं ऑलरेडी.
है ना? How many of you got that check, by the way? अब क्लास का कोई बच्चा हाथ ही नहीं उठाएगा. बोले कौन सा चेक की बात हो रही है भाई? I haven't seen a check for so many years. Which check you are talking about? Did you check your check? Revisit the sessions. Revisit the sessions. If you're not doing those, it's a daily activity kind of thing. Yeah, if you don't do those activities, eventually you'll forget it. This instrument is so stupid. It doesn't want to do anything extra. It is happy with doing everything to manage your body. It is more than happy with that. That I am controlling the lungs, controlling the heart. But these are daily activities. I don't need to develop my intelligence for that. I'm already intelligent enough to how to handle them. So they are handling your entire body function. It doesn't want to learn anything new. It doesn't want to do anything new. It's so lazy. You are not lazy. Only your brain is lazy. But you label yourself as lazy. You are not lazy, by the way. You are doing something. Even when you are lazy, you are doing something. Isn't it? Maybe sleeping, maybe watching TV. Actually, laziness does not exist. Laziness only exists here, and this stupid instrument, it doesn't want to do anything new. So consciously, you are not lazy. Consciously, you are doing something or other. It's a subconscious which doesn't want to do anything extra, doesn't want to take a little extra pain to do something new. That's why you need to train it. We had that session on train the brain. That is the reason. To do doing something on which is aligned with your achieving your goal or aligned with your life purpose. At least put some time for it. Even if you commit 10 minutes for it, your subconscious knows, oh, okay, I just need to do it for 10 minutes. I'll do it. That is the best we can do it. And you have to commit that during those 10 minutes or 50 that you're committing for yourself, it should be a complete DND zone. During those 15 minutes, I will not allow myself to focus on anywhere else except this. The DND zone that we were talking about yesterday. So we have enough time till Sunday. I won't take much time of yours today. I am saying I won't take much of your time, whereas I have to deliver my session. We have 12 minutes more. However, my whole request is that, see, whatever I am suggesting you to do is only for yourself, it is not for anybody else. I know you have plenty of commitments for others. You are a family man, you are a family person. There are people in your family. You are not a yogi. Or you are not living a lonely life, that I'm the only person in my home, there is nobody else. That's not the case with you. The point is, you need to create a moment for yourself, which is called solitude. It's not about loneliness. It's a solitude. It's a complete me time for yourself when you will be on a DND network. Do not disturb network or do not disturb situation, whatever you call it. And you will not allow anything or anybody, including yourself, to disturb yourself during that period of time. It's very, very essential. कल का जो session था बहुत deep session है. It was a very deep and profound session. Even in fact, when I was listening to it, I got surprised at what kind of words which I used in yesterday's session.
இது கச்சாமச்சான் ஹேர் ஸ்டைல் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காரு. இல்ல எனக்கு பிடிக்கல.
So I would request, listen to that session. Write down all your fears if you have any. I know you have, though they are very less because you have already gone through those experiments and those stages of your life in the past 2 batches. However, if you still have, please do that. Work on your purpose statement. Make sure it clarifies in 1 minute what to do, precisely, even less than that. If it is 30 seconds, nothing like that. You are absolutely clear that this is what I do. I deal in tote bags from India. Are you interested to do business with? I'm looking for new partners and serious partners. If you're interested, let's sit and have a discussion over a cup of coffee or maybe two. Oh yeah.
Oh,
What
yeah.
do I do? You don't need to say that I sell tote bags. Or I'm in a business of tote bags. You don't need to say that. I'm looking for some business partners. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you. Now you say. Now you say what I do. You already drew that person's attention towards yourself. Now, whatever you say, he will listen to also very carefully. So I deal in tote bags and I import them from India. And if you're carrying one, nothing like that. Let me show you the sample. Then you show your sample. And I'm looking for some serious business partners now. My business is growing. And well, if you're interested, we can have a conversation. Have you ever thought about doing a business in tote bags?
Hmm?
So that way you can start a conversation. So many opening statements. Best thing is, have you ever thought of? If someone asks you, what do? You start telling about yourself with these 5 words. Have you ever thought of? ये मुझे यहाँ पे नहीं बोलना था, इसके लिए मुझे अलग से पैसे लेने, क्योंकि समझ नहीं आता कौन सा सेशन में क्या बताऊं, किस क्या क्या चीज बचा के रख, निकल जाता है कभी कभी फ्लो में. It's a very powerful question to address when people ask you what you do. Supremely powerful way of putting it together. You should be very clear of what you do, but to ask the question that have you ever thought of? Have you ever thought of 5 words? After that, you are actually saying what you do. And then it will not be difficult for you to hunt for 10 sentences to talk about what you do. Have you ever thought of? Okay, interesting, na? Bahut sundar hai. Have you ever thought of? But for that, you have to be completely prepared that when this person will say, yeah, how about that? What is so interesting about it? Then you have to have enough material. But again, at the same time, you should not be vomiting. You will just say 1 or 2 statements again. And then say, isn't it amazing? How wonderful, isn't it? You know, these are the kind of words that you will be using after every 2 sentences or 3 sentences. And that way you will keep that person engaged in your conversation. Okay. Okay. So with this new awareness, what do you see possible for yourself? Let's listen to you all. Just take 2 minutes each. I'm just listening to all of you now.
My claustrophobia, Naki.
Sunday को इस पे काम करेंगे 8:30.
Okay.
Okay. And I promise you, Bharat, this will be the last time you will experiencing that claustrophobia.
Okay, good.
It's my promise. Your fear
Thank
of
you.
confined spaces will go away. I promise you. If it doesn't
Okay.
happen, you just tell everybody, Pinaki किसी काम का नहीं. Openly.
Okay.
बड़ा बड़ा बात करता है, कुछ करता तो कुछ नहीं, पता नहीं. I get I'm giving you this liberty. Openly आप लोगों को बताना. कहाँ मेरा क्लॉस्ट्रोफोबिया कहाँ गया? जहाँ का वहीं था.
Okay, thank you.
So what you should be very clear about it. In fact, what you can also do, you can take it one step further. You write a story about a claustrophobia. Actually write, हाथ से लिखो, हाथ से claustrophobia है क्या? Even you write the word claustrophobia, make sure that the spelling is correct. Write a story on claustrophobia. Maybe a speech, keynote speaker. What it is all about. Connect your story with that. That how it all started. Actually लिखिए. हो सकता है within half an hour you will feel bored about it and you will be free from it. You don't even need to attend the session. You might tell yourself क्या बकवास करो. And then you take those sessions जैसे आप लेते हैं. 10 minutes. Record a video. Just give it a shot, honestly. That's how I work with most of my fears. I actually write a story about it. I put that word, I write a story, and then connect the dots. And why am I afraid about it? If there is any past incidents which I could remember. And by the time almost 5-10 minutes is gone, then I feel bored. And then I actually ask myself that is it really that important for me to feeling feeling afraid about this? Is it really that important? इसमें तो कुछ है ही नहीं ना मुझे लिखने का मन कर. And whom I'm going to share it to? Who will listen to this crap? I myself is not interested in crap anymore. I could see that it's a crap. It's good that this garbage has come out. Phew. And you will be free. अब देखो संडे का सेशन भी होता है कि if you don't have fear. Okay, doable. This is doable, Bharat.
Right.
Let's
But
do this.
deep rooted things, let's see.
Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Anybody else? In fact, everybody else. Do not say anybody else. I just want to listen from each one of you. At least take 2 minutes each.
Till now, whatever the discussion I heard, my takeaways is writing my purpose every Sunday by listening. Yes, it should be so much precise that a 3-year-old child, or if I want to tell it to anyone, he or she could understand that. So I'm also lacking in that part. So I will be working on that. And then in our previous session, for the fear, you have said one um abbreviation: fascinating, empowering, FEA, fascinating, empowering, abundance, resources. On that, I have made a LinkedIn post also. For me now, fear is that only: fascinating, empowering, resources of, yeah,
Abundance
abundance,
of resources.
resources. So that I like rather than feeling of fear. Now, for me, from that day, that fear changes into this. So, and yet I have fear of height, as I went through one during my childhood. I had some incidents, so I have fear of heights. That which I can say. I have stage fear. I'm working on it. It's most probably I have overcome that stage fear. Now I'm ready to talk anywhere, whatever the knowledge I have grabbed.
Mhm.
Yes, that much. And then writing my stories with the pencil in Tuesday with Pinaki, you have shared with the pencil. If I erase it, then my limiting beliefs also goes with it. If I have also and erase it, that idea I really liked. Uh, so nowadays I'm picking more pencil.
Yeah, Bharat, you should also use pencil to write this story.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
pencil use करना. फिर उसको erase करना आसान रहेगा instead of tearing it off. Tearing that paper off, it is better to erase it. Yeah. Good, good. By the way, Rajesh, do you know fear of heights को क्या बोला जाता है? What is the name of this? There's a name of it.
Acrophobia. Acrophobia. नहीं एक्रो
Aru
तो
Rajeshwari. Aru Rajeshwari.
Yeah, in the NLP in action you have said, I have not seen that. I have
तो
seen,
क्या
but
क्या फायदा हुआ मैंने ग्रुप में मैसेज डाला पढ़ते ही इससे
I
लेट आ
couldn't
गया.
remember that term. I couldn't
Yeah, it's called acrophobia.
acrophobia.
Okay. So all acrobats have that phobia.
Okay.
And Adobe has a product called Adobe Acrobat. It allows you to edit PDF files.
Okay.
In fact, उसका जो PDF reader है उसका नाम पहले Acrobat Reader ही था. Anyway, it's awesome. Good. Yeah. Any more sharing for anybody? Padma, Shivani, before we close the session. Rajeshwari, you can also do the same activity which I suggested, Bharat.
Okay.
You write your acrophobia. You may be able to identify that first event which happened, or maybe any event. Ideally, if you go back to the oldest one, nothing like that. And just write about it. Just write a story.
Yes, Pinaki, with respect to me, yes, I continue to stay confident that there is no more fear with me, and all that I know is just the meaning for fear is now. I'm having the meaning of fear now with me as false evidence appearing real, and this is, I understand it's an empowering way to how I should look at fear. And with respect to the activity which I did, yes, like you had asked me to watch because I was driving, I could not convey properly. And now that I've reached home, so I'm happy that the activity which I did, it just traced me back where you asked me to view the entire situation in a projector, and me being the audience. It's like it looked more real. A movie which is acted by me, and this so as to appear more real. So this is after this I was just doing an analysis to make any sense, like watching the movie again and again. So I remember the English movie, which you said. And in fact I did share this with my friends also. That is, sometimes these notorious things remain registered. So yes, I do remember that. And yes, honestly, absolutely, there is the fear is away from me, but that doesn't mean that I do not have any other limiting belief. I have also, because earlier fear was there, and I have just removed that from my. The entire scenario is not at all with me now. The fear factor is not with me, but then I do have a few other limiting beliefs which I have already written, and I've just kept it. But then let me just share that with you on Sunday, and so that it needs time to, so I will wait to just share that with you on Sunday and to get that rid of that also.
Brilliant. Then Sunday we'll have a real fun session.
Yes, definitely.
Good. Fantastic. Yes, Shivani,
हाँ जी
बोलो कुछ कहना चाहती हो?
नहीं बस आज तो यही सीखा हैव यू एवर थॉट ऑफ
Yeah, you are into so many things. You have such a huge fan following. And if you are not, if you don't have the clarity that exactly how you can help somebody, you are missing out a lot of things, sir. Even people are missing out on you.
I do feel so sometimes.
You know?
Yeah, I have a lot of talents, but I'm not able to monetize it well.
Because this is, you're saying so.
Hmm.
You're continuously saying so. Internal dialogue ना तेरी यही चल रही है शिवानी. That is the action you're taking, no? The law of attraction is saying that.
Hmm.
So have a complete clarity. आज का सेशन तो कई बार सुनना जहां पे I just shared that how to introduce yourself when somebody asks you what do you do, or even when somebody doesn't ask you what to do, you can still use the same questions how to introduce yourself.
Hmm.
How about it's a wonderful way of introducing yourself, even to start a conversation. Have you ever thought of?
Definitely.
ना बहुत पावरफुल है. ठीक है ना?
Hmm. बिल्कुल. Thank you.
Okay, my dear angels, good night.
Good
Friday.
night.
फोटो
Thank
फोटो
God it's Friday.
बस
photo
अभी
नहीं
अभी
लिया?
पावर आया है वापस बैक.
ओह अच्छा, पावर की वजह से इशू हो गया था. चलो 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 चलो.
कमरे में आना है क्या? मैं तो लाइट वाइट भी डिम कर दी थी. दिख रही हो या ऑन करूं?
बस जितना दिख रही है उतनी ठीक है. Yeah, Padma, quickly. फोटो लेना आजकल भूल रहा हूँ. क्या बात है दिमाग की. Not acceptable. In fact,
बाकी कहाँ भाग गए दोनों?
I was pretty excited throughout the day with a lot of new thoughts, new ideas, particularly after reading this book, which I shared in this 5 types of wealth. Mein. Padma, quickly on camera before we close the session. चल वैसे ही ले लेते हैं.
आपके उधर भी तूफान आया है?
अरे
बहुत.
काफी देर तक पावर कट थी. हाँ, बट अभी तो थिंग्स आर सेटल्ड डाउन.
हमारे इधर तो बहुत भयंकर तूफान आया है आज.
Okay, let's finish this. So here we go. Look at the camera, keep our eyes wide open, and let's count 1, 2, 3 together. So 1, 2, 3. Brilliant, supremely awesome. Sunday बहुत मस्ती करेंगे. We'll get rid of all the fears that we have, and we'll have some real fun.
Okay.
Good night.
Okay, good night. Good night.
Good night.
See you all tomorrow morning.
Yeah, tomorrow morning 7 o'clock.
हिरानी सर कुछ स्पेशल उन्होंने क्यूरेट किया है ग्रेटिट्यूड के ऊपर, so he will bringing that.
Let's see how it goes. Wonderful. Okay, bye bye.
और
Good night.
उसके बाद पता है 30 days का वो फ्री चला रहे. मैं तो उनसे कह रही हूँ चार्ज रख